guys, it's Michael Furlong from Roll Maximiser, and I'm sitting here today with a good friend of mine, Damien Barnett, the outsource specialist from Affordable Staff. Damien and I have known each other for a long time. Hey mate, we've known each other for a long time, and we've worked together with a number of different clients. We're also part of the Real Estate Resources Group together, which is helping Australia and New Zealand agencies trying to be more, trying to fix the industry a little bit. But we've got a lot of common connections. And today we're chatting about outsourcing virtual assistants. And one of the topics that comes up often, Damien, is around security, protection of my information, my banking details. So talk to me a little bit about virtual assistants and what are the mechanisms that Affordable Staff have to protect and mitigate the risk to an owner, a principal, sorry, not an owner,
a business owner.
Business owner.
Yeah, so a really common question that we get asked, pretty much with every single client. What are you looking after? How are you protecting? What's your security infrastructure that you got in place? So Affordable Staff, infrastructure is our biggest thing that we've got in place. So every employee is binding non-disclosure agreements that are actually enforceable, which is probably one of my bugbears with the industry, because there's a lot of agreements are out there that aren't watertight, and when push comes to shove, they fall over. So actually being able to enforce them.
You're talking about local staff? So a property manager?
No. Just with offshore.
Okay, yes.
Offshore in general.
Yes.
Actually making sure that there's the right structures in place to protect your clients, I think is a basic requirement. So from non-disclosure agreements that make sure that staff, there are actual serious repercussions that are enforceable if something does go wrong. So take away that risk or take away that opportunity. To secure office. So guards on front doors, biometric security on the way in the doors. So basically, mobile phone paperless environment so that stuff can't be written down or taken, even down to software systems that are used. So enterprise level software systems so that everything's tracked and can be locked down. Cameras on the floor.
USB, my USB ports are blocked, aren't they? Is it?
Yours are, yeah. So USB ports so the ones that aren't in use, they're all blocked.
Yep.
And locked down. Basically, anything that can open and shut's locked down. And as a precaution, to make sure there's things there, as well as tracking systems. So there's screen tracking systems that follows links and what happens on computers and stuff like that. That if it's ever needed, there's I suppose a security log. Just like if you log into the back end of your CRM, you can pull information if you ever needed it. So security is ridiculously high, but I suppose a lot of it starts with making sure that people have the right user access.
Okay.
I'll walk into offices, and I'll go back to an old days where we had server-based software where the reception has admin access to the CRM, and they're in a strip of shops, like a strip on the street where there's 5 real estate agencies.
Yeah.
You sat there and I'm going, hey, Mr. Principal, that's a security risk. It's an unlocked PC at the front of your office that no one's sitting in front of, that anyone could walk in, and if they knew what they're doing, could download your documentation straight away.
Damien, do you find it interesting that when you're talking to a new client, that security is one of the major questions they have? But if you did a security audit on their current staff, it would probably fail all the way through. I've seen agencies where, at the moment, particularly a lot of staff, particularly in Victoria, are working from home. We don't worry about where the security is going there, but because it goes to the Philippines, we're worried about, and you're saying biometric security. What is that? Is it sort of like Tom Cruise?
No, not to that level, but yeah, fingerprint scanner, so we can track people in and out of like the floor, so like the working area, so we know who's been accessing the floor, when they've been in there, when they've left, for whatever reason, even just down to a paperless environment, not having mobile phones where you can take a photo of data.
And this is part of it. So do you have, Damien, tell me a little about the office over there, because I've not been to the affordable staff. Is it over, are there 5 people working in one little office, or are they working from home? What's the security aspect of it?
The office, like to enter the office, you need a pass. So literally, you need a pass to say that you're authorised to work there,
Yes.
or that you're allowed in there. So the security guards at the front door. To get past the front door, you need to be able to scan in. From there, you need to actually fingerprint in to say you're authorised. So that's even logged down to working hours. So if you're supposed to work 9 till 5 and you turn up at 7 a.m. or, like it's going, well, are you supposed to be here? That's a red flag. From a point of view, no, there's not. There's hundreds of people working across the area in different zones. So there's team leaders for every different zone within the office. So they're all, when you actually get to see the office, Michael, it's all broken down. It's probably one of the most modern offices I've seen around, with childcare facilities to be able to help our staff. We've also just chill out areas and stuff like that to be able to let them unwind, because if you're sitting in front of 2 screens all day and all you're doing is data and you are working remotely, I won't say you don't have human contact, but realistically the team you're working for is 4,000 kilometers away in Australia. You need to be able to unwind and get rid of the square eyes, I suppose.
So anyone that got reservations, any principal that's got a reservation around their security, you would ordinarily not have the VA have access to banking details or trust account details. How does that normally work? They wouldn't be dispersing money. It's not. It's more administrative tasks.
It's administrative tasks, and I wouldn't. Whilst there's some people that they might know how to do the function of banking,
yes.
It's not. You don't give someone the keys to the city on day one. You build trust. You
Sure.
make sure that, like you would with any employee that you work with in your office. You don't go, here you go. Here's the banking. Here's my CommBank key. Off you go. You're all good.
Or put up the passwords on the desk.
Oh yeah, well, and listen, one of the things,
details, and here's the password on the desk.
Yeah, and one of the things that we try and encourage clients to use is use a program called Lastpass.
Okay.
To be able to share to be able to share passwords, and you can lock it down so that the other person doesn't even know what the password is. They can access it, but they can't see it.
Yep.
And that just adds another level of security, especially with cloud software. With server-based software, you could lock it down to our office, to a place. But with cloud software, there's you need 2-factor authentication. You need to take, not just with your VAs, but with your team, take the precautions that you need to make sure that your data, someone hasn't found a password and used it. Password security is probably the biggest security advice I could give any business. Whether they're using VAs or not, is actually not have a password that's password 123.
Yeah. So I guess in summary, Damien, the office is secure. There's all the steps in place to make sure that the data is protected. And probably in my experience or my understanding of the affordable staff process is it's probably even more secure than most offices that I visit as a consultant. When I go in and I see up on a wall at their desk the password list, and everyone has the same passwords. And then I do a double check what happens when people leave. Oh, we don't change passwords and that sort of stuff. I think that might be one of those this might be a myth buster, and we've busted that myth.
Yeah, I think so.
Mate, thank you very much. It's been good catching up. And if anyone's looking at a virtual assistant to help with their team, whether grow their team or look at their systems, they should contact you at
Affordable Staff. So www.affordablestaff.com.au.
You're old school, Damien. No one says the wwws anymore. Mate, it's been great. Well. It's been great catching up with you. And until next time, bye for now.
Yeah. Thanks, Michael.